and welcome to Dan and Tracy and Achieving Success. And Dan, I found a really neat article this week.
Cool.
It's about a family who they were giving a birthday party for their son out at the park, and the father was thinking about the fact that he just loved seeing the happiness that his son experienced from that birthday party, and wondered about children that are in shelters or places that they can't really celebrate a birthday. And so called a shelter, and they asked, what do you do for birthday parties for kids at the shelter? And they said, well, we don't celebrate them. So he said, well, let me do something, teach my kids something here. And so they started baking cakes, and they would go to the shelter once a month and do a birthday party for the kids at the shelter. Anyway, this idea has now taken off. It has formed a nonprofit, and they have now rented a space. It's going huge. It's called Birthday Blessings, and it is run strictly by volunteers. And now it's starting to open up in other states, are starting chapters as well. So it got me to thinking how oftentimes we say start with the end in mind, but really in this place the guy was just starting from a place of passion and wanting to give back and do something of service. And really the idea wasn't to start a business, but it's what has happened. And it started getting me thinking about just the message that I always hear about being of service, and how being of service can be so powerful in getting things going. And I know it's been true in my life. When I started my business, I went out and offered to speak for free and did many things for free, just because I felt like it was important to get out there and just be of service to people. And I wasn't really thinking about the income that would come from it, but more just, let me get my message out there and see what happens. And I always find that when you go by that, things come back and they work really well. And I thought maybe you would have some thoughts on that as well.
Well, service is the key. You can't start a business of any kind unless you're providing a really good service to the community. And the best way to find out if you've got something to offer is to go out and give it away. That is the example used by so many people. When Debbie Fields started her cookie company, she started with a little kiosk in a mall, and everybody told her that this thing would go bust in an instant, and nobody was coming up to her little kiosk. So what she did was she took her little cookies, she cut them up, she put them on a tray, and she walked around to every store in the mall giving away her cookies. So in a sense, she was of service to those people in the mall. She was making their day. She was giving them a little taste of heaven with these little homemade cookies.
Yeah.
So that's been used by entrepreneurs for ages.
Right.
Give it away. Whenever you've got something that you want to put out to society, give it away and see what happens, and it'll come back to you. Another great example is I was giving a talk the other day on affiliate marketing, and a woman came up to me and said, Dan, I really love your ideas. I want to buy your course. I'm a little short on money. Is there anything I can do for you? And it turned out that I had a huge typing project that I didn't want to do myself. And I said, do you have any office skills? And she said, oh yes, I'm an accountant. I have terrific office skills. So I said, well, here's this huge typing project. If you do it for me, I'll be happy to give you a copy of my course. So basically, I was out speaking for free, providing service to the community. What happened? It came back to me as service to me. She did me a favor, and now we're doing things together. So really helps to give things away.
It does. And something else you said that jumped out at me is that not only do you have to give things away, but when you see opportunity, you have to ask. I think a lot of people don't ask because they assume that, oh, this person won't be interested, or they would think, oh, I can't believe this person's asking this of me or wanting something for free. And I find that most people really want to be of service and help. And so often if you will just ask, you'll be amazed at where that can go. So two messages in that, actually.
Sure. And Jesus said, ask and you shall receive.
There you go.
She came up and asked me if she got my course. So definitely ask for what you want. That's another great little piece of advice.
Yeah, goes right along with the whole service thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a great example of how you can get out there and act from your heart and just be of service, and then how it can turn into something that bigger than you ever thought. So act on what you're passionate about and watch it turn into great success for you.
I agree. Act on what you want to give out, give it away for free, and watch it all take off for you.
All right.
All right. Great. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Achieving Success.